Hey everyone, it's Justice for Comics. I wanted to shoot a quick video to highlight some really hot books right now. I'm going to call this video Hot Effin' Books. These are books right now that are going for pretty good money due to several reasons. Maybe a movie coming out, special covers, just supply and demand basically, pure capitalism, right? Scarcity maybe to some degree. Some of these books are, most of these books are recent, so they haven't been out very long, and a lot of you might be able to find them at your local shops. So one of the reasons I want to shoot the video is to kind of give people some information, so they kind of know that this might be worth looking for when you're at your local comic book shop, especially since some of the locals, a lot of local shops don't always know what's really hot. So first one I wanted to highlight is Animosity #1. So this is optioned for a TV series, I believe. I don't know exactly where that's going to land. I don't know if it's Netflix or something like that, but this definitely is worth getting. It's a great story. It's kind of like Animal Farm a little bit, right? The animals kind of take over. They become self-aware. They have language, and they start taking over areas of the planet. It's a really good story. The artwork is fantastic, and I highly recommend it. I've been collecting every single issue. There's a lot of variant covers. So this is the A cover. I think I didn't buy it when it first came out. I didn't pay cover for this. I think I paid maybe 15 or 20 bucks for it. And it was a pretty hot book, pretty soon after it came out. I think there's also I think that might be a third or fourth print, maybe a third print. So this has gone to several printings. There is a really beautiful black and white variant cover out there that if you see that one for under 20 bucks, I would definitely buy that, because that's probably, I can't remember if that was a comic convention variant, but that's a book that's probably going for $40 to $50 easily. The A cover, this one's going easily for 30 to 35, maybe 40 bucks. But there's a black and white that's it's basically this cover, but in black and white. And that's going for like 50 bucks, 40, 50 bucks if you can find it. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. That's one I would pick up. Another one I wanted to highlight is Skyward. This is the second print, the second printing, which is done by Jock. And it's kind of a cool cover. I liked it. I saw it in the shop. I bought it for cover price. Probably could have bought 2 or 3 of these easily. I mean, there was several copies there. And I'm going to go to a couple of my local shops and see if they still have this on the wall. But you might be able to find this still sitting around, for cover price. This is like a $25, $30 book now. So it is a hot book. Jock is a very popular artist, and the series is definitely really good. And I think there's talk about it also being picked up or optioned, which everything's getting optioned these days. You don't know what's actually going to be made into a movie or a TV series, so that terminology is thrown around pretty loosely. But there's the A cover too, so I got the A in the second print. So if you see these at the shop, definitely, and the A cover is going for like $15 to $20 too. So that is a hot book as well. So if you find that in your local shop, it might be sitting on the wall still. I would pick it up. Definitely pick it up. All right. Middleton, Joshua Middleton. I'm a big fan of his. He's not everybody's cup of tea. I like his covers. Not every cover. Usually it's the close-ups, the close-up covers. Batgirl #20, I bought this for cover. I've got 2 of them. In fact, the second one I bought very recently, maybe a month or so ago. I picked it up for cover price at a shop. There's a lot of shops that don't really realize that these Middleton covers are hot, but this is going for easily $15 to $20 on eBay. Probably more like 20 or above. So if you happen to find this issue 20, it's kind of cool. It's kind of a snow scene. Just classic. When I see these covers right away, I know it's Middleton. He's very good at drawing close-ups of females, I think. So that's a really hot book. If you see that, pick that up in your shop. Obviously, this one is quite popular. I've highlighted this before on previous videos. This is Batgirl number 23, Middleton. I have 2 of those. I had 4 originally. I sold 2 of them for like $25 a piece, which wasn't bad at the time. But I mean, I see this thing going now for like $55, $60, $65 on eBay. It's crazy. Apparently, this thing was short printed. It did not have a big print run. Yeah, I mean, this is, if you can find it for under 50 bucks on eBay, I would probably buy it. Long term, I think it could be one of those covers. It's like that Detective Comics 880, right? Which of course I don't have that one. I wish I did. Several times I could have bought that whole set for like under 200 bucks and passed on it like an idiot. Now, I think that issue alone goes for like 300 bucks. But that jock cover of the Joker is an iconic cover. There's nothing special that happens in the book. It's not a first appearance of anybody. Yeah, it's part of that Black Mirror storyline, but there's nothing significant in the book. Just like this book, there's nothing significant in Batgirl 23, but there is a huge amount of collectors out there that want this book because simply of the cover, just like Detective 880. You know, ungraded in near mint condition, that is a $300 book. Easily, all day long. If you can find it in the $200 range and really, really high grade, it's worth picking up. I'm still working on getting that jock cover, that 880, but this one is definitely worth buying. If you can get it below 40 bucks, it's probably a steal. I mean, obviously hindsight's 2020. I mean, I don't really regret selling them. At the time, I used that money to buy some other books that I really wanted, so you know, it served its purpose. I can't complain. I paid cover price for my 4 copies of this book, but this is a hot book now. 50, 60 bucks easily, maybe more. So if you see that one really cheap, I doubt you're going to see it at a local comic book shop. I went to a lot of shops that never even had this thing. They never even got any copies in. So I know it's a very, very short printed book. Just, you know, I'm in Tampa and there is a lot of comic book shops around here. Very, very few of them got this in. If they got it in, it was very, very low print run. You know, they didn't have a lot of copies for sale. So look for that one if you find it. It's a great one to pick up long term. I think it'll do well. It's a great iconic cover. Another one is, this one came out recently here. This is Batgirl 24, the Middleton cover. You know, I think you can still get it around $12, $10, $11, $12. I've got several copies of this. And that one I think is worth getting to. It's very cool cover, and you know, long term, I think these Middleton covers, kind of like if you bought early Adam Hughes covers, is kind of what I would equate it to. A lot of those early covers by Adam Hughes go for pretty good money. I mean, look at that Zatanna series at DC. I mean, those books go for $30, $40 a piece easily, and have for years. So these Middleton covers, I would put that in the same category where, you know, there's going to be a collector base that will definitely keep these in high demand. So if you can get that one, especially if you can get it at a comic book shop for cover price or near it, I definitely would pick it up. All right. Another honorable mention here, the New Avengers number 11. This is the first appearance of Ronin, which is Hawkeye, basically, as Ronin. And so the rumor is in Avengers 4, Hawkeye comes back as Ronin in Avengers 4. That's the sort of the rumor mill that's building right now, is that he's going to come back as Ronin. So this book is starting to skyrocket. You know, I have 2 copies of this. I paid cover for both. I knew at the time when it came out it was a first appearance of a character. I had no idea, obviously, at the time that it was Hawkeye, dressed as a different character. But you know, this was a fairly hot book when it came out, but I don't think it was going for too much. Maybe double cover price at one time. But you know, it sat there for a while at $10 to $15 range, and now this is going for like $25, $30 or more. So definitely at least a $20 book right now. Yeah, so that might be worth finding. You probably could find it. I don't think you'll find it in dollar bins. You might be able to find that in dollar bins. Some of these new Avengers series, a lot of them, they were printed a lot. People didn't really collect them. I don't know. I don't see I still see print runs or sales lots of these new Avengers books selling. You might be able to pick it up on eBay inside of a lot run where somebody's selling 10 books, and it might be included in there. So that might be worth finding. That book could definitely keep heating up if he indeed is going to be Ronin in the next Avengers movie. So keep your eye on that one. Another one that I highlighted before, which is heating up on eBay, is Nightwing 46. This is the Ben Oliver cover. That one is doing well, selling pretty easily at $15 to $20 or more. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being a $30, $40 book and given some time. I also pre-ordered Batgirl number 25. That is a Joshua Middleton cover. You can still pre-order that book. I would definitely pick up several copies of that. That book right now, the cover on it is beautiful. I wish I had an image to show you on the screen here, but the cover on that is fantastic. Kind of like Batgirl 23. I think it will do very, very well. I don't know if it'll be a $50, $60 book, but definitely when it comes out, it'll be a $20, $25 book, I think, within the first few weeks. So you may want to pre-order that. You still have time to do it. I think it comes out September 12th is the date on that book, the book release on that. So look out for Batgirl number 25, the B cover, the Middleton cover. And I've got a local shop that's just basically going to pull every Middleton cover for me that comes out with either Aquaman or Batgirl. Those are the two books that he's consistently doing covers for. So I thought I'd shoot that video real quick, let everybody know those are the real hot books right now to get. If you're at your local shop, try to hunt those down if you can. If you can't find them at your shop, see if you can get a really good deal on eBay. All right, everybody, I will shoot another video in a few days, kind of highlighting some books that came out for this week that are going to be coming out next Wednesday to pick up on your next comic haul. Hope everybody has a great week.